Civivi Elementum, an EDC icon with evergreen status. Whether you love it or you're indifferent, you've heard of the Elementum. But did you know how many different sizes and flavors and blade steels the Elementum comes in? Stay tuned to find out why this is such an EDC icon and why the Elementum is such a big part of my daily carry. What's up, Cripple Crew? This is EDC with DBD, Disabled but Deadly, and today I wanted to show you my Elementum collection. I currently have 4 Elementums in the collection, and all 4 are different models and different sizes. So, before I get to that though, do me a favor, stab that like button, drop a comment below, let me know what's in your pockets, I want to know what you're carrying today, and hit subscribe. It's free to you, helps my channel out. I'd like to have you here. If you like knife and EDC content, then subscribe and watch as I learn, and hopefully we learn together. Anyway, my Civivi journey started off looking for a neck knife. I was online and I Googled neck knife reviews, and I don't remember whose was the first review that I found, but I found a review of the Civivi Hell Dart, the Oh Stop Hell design. Loved it. Bought that, wore it for months and months, every day. And doing that, I saw some other reviews of Civivis. And I saw that, the Elementum was the big new hot freshness. But I also saw some knives. I mean, that's right when the button lock craze was really starting to take off. And Civivi dropped the Elementum button lock. And this was initially classified as a gravity knife. And that really intrigued me. So I had to pick one up. And so this was my first Elementum. And the original button lock has a 3.47 inch blade, so almost 3.5 inches, with a total length of 8 inches, giving you a 4.5 inch handle. So more space than the original Elementum, more blade than the original Elementum, and because of the lack of flipper tab, you can choke all the way up. And this one actually has a fantastic sharpening choil. See if we can get that to show, and you got plenty of life. I got this and it was so addictive and fidgety that I started looking for other Elementums, at all Civivis, but I was also specifically looking for a fixed blade and a belt knife. Oh, by the way, because of the skeletonized handles on this and the micarta scales, even though you've got almost 3.5 inches of blade, it's only 3.19 ounces. Very light for its length. And this blade stock has 118 thousandths of an inch thickness, but a very deep hollow grind. So this thing is super slicey. So my next Elementum was the Elementum fixed blade. And I went with the G10 version. I wanted the Kydex sheath, and this is a fantastic sheath. Listen to this clip, or that snap. That is some positive retention. It goes crazy. And because of the Civivi T-lock, I don't remember, Civivi, it's like a tech lock. You can, because it's the T-lock, because it's the Bob Tazula design. You can orient this however you want. I currently have it arranged for scout carry, but that also means I can put it on the front of my belt for a left-hand draw, and it really disappears. It's a fantastic sheath. But the knife itself has a 3.98 inch D2 blade with a black wash finish to help help maintain the appearance when you're actually using this thing for work, but also help cut down on any corrosion. D2 is not stainless. It's almost stainless, but it's not considered a stainless. None of my Civivi D2 has had any issues. The original Elementum was in D2. But this one here has also fantastic ergonomics. The handle is 4.5 inches, just slightly smaller than that one actually. And the flipper, the finger guard here that looks like the flipper tab does keep you back here, but it gives you also plenty for a nice choke up position. So it does have a good finger choil. Again, an excellent sharpening choil. If I here, let's just show you sideways. And this one does have a little bit thicker blade stock at 140 thousandths of an inch, but again, the hollow grind brings it down nice and slicey. D2 means it keeps an edge for quite a while. Oh, 14C28N, by the way, on the button, the original button lock. So one of the best budget steels you can get. Very stainless, very tough. Holds an edge decently well, but easy to sharpen. My next Elementum, I was going to get one of the original Elementum flippers, but I loved my button lock, and I saw that the Elementum 2 was going up for pre-order, and this one has the button lock and flipper action. So you can use the button lock to open it, which is easier when you're not under the camera, or it's got an excellent tuned flipper. Civivi does this being a standard plunge lock button lock is different from this one, because this one, no other means of deployment, it actually locks when it's in the handle, giving you a very slim profile, but it means you do have to push the button to release it. This style of plunge lock, you don't have to use the button to release it. It does not lock when it's in the handle. So this is more your standard style button lock. Very easy to use. Everybody knows them, and Civivi does them very well. I have had no failures with this button lock. And whether you want to light switch it or push button it, that blade flies out every single time. So I was loving my Civivi collection, and last year, right before Father's Day, Civivi announced that they were dropping the mini fixed blade Elementum, and I knew this had to be my next neck knife. Again, their sheaths are awesome. Very good positive retention and a good push-off spot. But I loved the look of the Damascus version. And my daughter got me this for Father's Day last year. And so this has the black micarta and Civivi's 9CR, 10CR Damascus. So this is going to give you decent edge life and retention, but easy to sharpen, but it's also going to be stainless and decently tough. Now, it's not that you need a lot of toughness in a knife this size, but it is actually more useful than its size looks. Before I get into its measurements, just to let you know, this one has a 2.96 inch blade of Nitro V, and the handle on this is 4.11 inches. So you've got an overall length of just over 7 inches on that one, and a weight of 3.12 ounces. Now, the Damascus mini fixed blade Has a 2.24, so 2¼ inch blade of Damascus steel, a 2.72 inch handle, so a 4.96 inch overall length, just under 5 inches. The blade stock thickness is only is only 98 thousandths of an inch, and like all elementums, it has a hollow grind. So again, very, very slicey. For me, it lives in the pinch grip if I'm using it. It's great for packages. That's really what you're using this for. Open mail, stuff like that. But I can get a decent 3-finger grip and even a mini choke up to get a 3.5 if I really do have to push into some type of cut. So it is still a very useful little blade, even though it's mainly neck art for me. And you can tell by the coloration in the micarta that I have worn and used this. So that's my Elementum collection. I'd like to know if you have any Elementums, what you think about them. Again, hit me up at the pockets below. Like, share, subscribe. I hope you found this entertaining. Come back for more if you'd like. If not, well, oh well. Stay safe, stay frosty, and stay deadly. Mabel, Megaron, and Bo all say thanks for watching. See you next time. Stay deadly.